Hey YouTube, I'm Windrazor and today I'm coming to you with another Transformers War for Cybertron review. And today I'm finally taking a look at my G-2 Combat Megatron from HasbroPulse.com. I know I did the review of the unboxing of him and unveiling him. I just haven't been able to get around to doing him because I've been doing all the other guys that I've gotten. I'm trying to get him on the screen. So I'm using the box to prop him up, and I just realized I forgot his heels. Like, why is my Megatron not standing? It would help if he had his heels out. Common mistake for any YouTuber. But first, before I go on to his review, I wanted to show something that I just recently noticed on my treadbolt. On the tank portion of him, I don't know how well you can make it out, but right where my finger's pointing, he's stressing at that peg hole because of how this cannon is supposed to sit. It sits there, but it's very loose, so you can't push it all the way down. If you do, it's going to stress that out. I know some YouTubers have pointed that out. I don't just now seeing it happen to mine. But yeah, Combat Megatron. This is kind of cool to have him. He was originally supposed to be released in 1995, but Hasbro canceled him with a bunch of other figures from that line, or that year, that was supposed to come out. So it's not uncommon for Hasbro to cancel figures. But first we'll take a look at his weapons. As you can tell, attached to his arm he has his traditional fusion cannon. I do like the coloring on him, the teal and the beige and the forest light green, the red here for the torso, the black and red for his face. The white is coming off very bright due to my light. Without the light on, it's like almost like a bone white kind of, or off white. And he does have black for the joints here in the elbow and shoulders, the legs, and the feet. I do like the fusion cannon, how it's got the black muzzle stain on it. And that's an idiot who doesn't know how to ride his bike. As you can see, the weapon in front of him, this lovely sword thing, this is called his telescopic laser strike launcher. Okay, and apparently when you combine his weapons together, they form the particle beam mega launcher. So basically all you're doing is taking his fusion cannon, plugging this port right here onto this, and giving him a giant freaking cannon. That's cool and all, but I prefer to have him with just a fusion cannon and a sword. So with this, I'm just going to do this. It does have a transformation where you unpeg the blade from this barrel portion, flip it around, and then close the blade back up. And we're basically going to have this ready right now for when it goes into tank mode. I do like the gun though. We'll set it off to the side. Now, a size comparison before I get into his posability. I'm going to back it up just a bit. And then you can see Power Master Prime and Overlord in the background. Here he is next to Ironhide, so you can see how tall he is compared to him. And here he is next to a Battle Master and a Micromaster. So you can see how tall he is compared to these guys, which is pretty cool. I do like him. Now, for posability on this guy, the head is on a ball joint, so it can look up, kind of look down-ish. Can it get almost a full 360? It's the way how it is. The ball joints, sorry phone, is right here in the back of his head, like that far. It's not centered, so kind of weird. Arms are on a hinge for in and out, but you can move this up, give it more motion, but due to how that folds down, you can get full extending, full 360 degrees. There is a swivel just above the elbow, about a 90-degree bend at the elbow. No wrist articulation, you just kind of like fold inward. Waist does swivel. Legs can kick forward that much. They can kick back that much due to the backpack in the way. They can swing out that far. Upper thigh swivel. 90-degree bend at the knee. And the feet do articulate, so they bend out that far. If they don't click back, they do click back in. So, phone, knock it off. That click. There you go. So unclick, and click, unclick, and click. People have been having problems with his ankles that don't click back in, but I guarantee you they do. I do love the box art. So to get him into his tank mode, go ahead and straighten out his arms. Bring these pieces here up on the side up. And he does have ports all over him for the armor builds. Phone, knock it off. All my notifications are going off. Go ahead and fold his fist inward. Rotate the cannon like so. Come under here to his feet and fold in his heel spurs. And while we're at this, we'll go ahead and move the backpack a bit by basically pushing it out that far and rotate his waist full 360 degrees. So that way we can take the backpack here, unpeg it, bring it up. You're going to unpeg these treads here, and this portion is going to, this piece is going to swing downward to where these little slots here are going to have, or these little pegs are going to peg into those slots. So if we can get it, there we go. They're going to peg in like so. The way this works, just the phone, is once we have this, like, basically keep his body like that, go ahead and swing the arms all the way back, and they will, hi everyone, sorry about that. So you're going to go ahead and swing the arms in, and they'll peg into each other like so via the fusion cannon. And then this piece is the way this is going to accordion downward. Ew, almost knocked the phone over. It's going to accordion down, and his head is going to submerge into his body. So it should look like that, like he's peeking out going, I see what you did. There's a panel here. You're going to bring it down on both sides of his legs. You're going to bring the legs out and then bend them right here at the rotational joint. And what you're going to do is you're going to swing this whole piece. So this is going to swing. This piece is going to stay still, but where the rotation of the thigh is going to rotate and collapse into the leg like so. And then that peg, this white peg right here is going to peg into here. So we'll fold that up, and that will peg into place like so. So do the same over here. Rotate up, bend, hold hip rotation, swivel in place, rotate at the thigh. The knee will bend inward, bring out, flip up, and peg into place. Fold the feet down, fold the cannon down, and then we'll take this, we'll slide into here, peg into the fusion cannon. And there you have Megatron in his tank mode. And there you see Jazz. And I do like this tank mode. I really do. I'm thinking of getting the other Megatron where he's in his G-1 colors. Don't know yet. Still debating on that. Here he is next to Skytread's tank. See how big he is in tank mode. Here he is next to my Power Core Combiner crankcase. Still have him, still my favorite one. And here he is next to my Titan's Return Optimus. And I have my Prime in his jet mode. And yes, Jazz is being used to hold up the phone. So you can see how big he is to Prime while Prime's in his jet configuration. He does have wheels, 4 rotating wheels, and the turret can do a full 360-degree turn. He does have ports here on both sides of his shins for the battle effect parts, and he does have ports, 4 ports here, and then I think that's it on the tank to put what are they called? The battle armor guys that disperse into pieces. I'll probably put Brunt on him. But yeah, there you guys have it. There is my Transformers review for... Oh, I almost forgot to show this off. Granted, for his chest has Megatron with the lightning bolts. Here, on one of his arms, it says Megatron 95 with the G-2 Decepticon logo. I find that very cool. I forgot to point that bit out. But that's a good nod to the 95 version of him that was canceled. So yeah. But there you guys go. There is my Transformers review for the War for Cybertron trilogy G-2 95 Combat Megatron from HasbroPulse.com. I'm Windrazor, and I'll see y'all on the next review.